Hello travelers, and welcome to the Tavern at the Checkpoint. I'm happy to have you back for another episode. I got something very special in store for you today. Because today we're not actually going to be talking about a hero, we're going to be talking about a supervillain. We are going to make something for the Green Goblin. So you probably know who I'm talking about. The Green Goblin is one of the iconic supervillains in the Spiderman series. First appeared in 1964, if I'm not mistaken, in the 14th issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, and was created among others by Stan Lee, of course. Several characters actually wore the costume of the Green Goblin, but his most iconic, his most famous is of course the first one, Norman Osborn, the father of Harry Osborn, Peter Parker's best friend. Also portrayed by Willem Dafoe in the first movie, which, well, I think everybody here absolutely adores. Now, the Green Goblin, I wanted to make something, well, basically, which is not meant to even be a good drink. I want to go crazy. The Green Goblin was a Halloween-themed villain with jack-o'-lanterns, with his green colors, with bats, with ghosts, and I actually wanted to stick to this kind of chaotic side, and also to his iconic color, green. So I'm gonna pick up pretty much everything I have green in my bar and try to make something, well, at least drinkable with it. For a start, we're actually going to prepare the glass this time. We're going to prepare it by rimming the edge with Chipotle spice. If you don't know how to do it, it's simple. You line up the spice or sugar or the salt, whatever you want. You prepare it, then you coat the edges of your glass with lemon juice or lime juice, just to make sure it's going to stick. Be careful not to put it inside the drink. And then just basically roll your glass into the powder of your choice. So, just for a starter, we're going to start with half an ounce of lime. Then half an ounce of syrup to be sure we have at least a bit of a sweet base. But the alcohol coming up are also going to be sweet, so not too much. After that, we're gonna add half an ounce of absinthe. Then half an ounce of matcha infused vodka. I made it myself, it's very easy. You take a bottle of vodka and for one bottle you will add 1 big tablespoon of matcha powder. So then you can just basically do the math. You just add the powder into the vodka, you shake very hard, and then you filter it 2 or 3 times using coffee filter, and that's it. Then half an ounce of Midori. Midori, if you don't know it, it's a Japanese alcohol made, if I'm not mistaken, with Japanese watermelon or melon, and it's very sweet and sometimes could also taste almost chemical, a bit like some candy that you could have. And finally, a full ounce of Chartreuse. It would be better, of course, if I had actual green Chartreuse. I do have classic yellow Chartreuse, but it's gonna fit the drink just the same. Alright, then as usual, you add ice and some crushed ice. You give it a good shake, and then strain it into your glass. Here we have it, the Green Goblin, as crazy as he is. Okay, so let's test today's monster, the Green Goblin. Well, just the look of it, right? I think we hit the mark by the color. Ooh, alright. The absinthe is already very potent. It's, what? Less than a quarter of a drink, and yet it's almost the only thing I can smell. That and the spice, and both actually mix pretty well together. I don't have a Chartreuse, I don't have a Midori, I just have, yeah, the spice and the absinthe. Let's try it. it's actually not so bad at all. And, oh yeah, the spice really comes at the end. I mean, I put pretty good rim, put a lot in there, so I can feel it. I don't even know where to start. The absinthe is actually not as present in the taste that it is in the smell. It is sweet. It's not surprising. There's syrup, there's Midori, there's Chartreuse. All of them are quite sweet, but not too much. Still, I would say that, yeah, the absinthe is still quite potent here, once again. That and the spice. And then you have the Chartreuse and Midori coming up both together at the end, after the first state of absinthe. I don't think I taste the matcha at all here. Maybe I could try to put more, but yeah, I don't have it. But overall, it evolves a lot. I would see at least 3 different steps of evolution in there, just like a Pokemon. With very, yeah, the spice first, then the absinthe, then both the Midori and Chartreuse mixed together, and that actually works pretty well. And then the spice once again. Is it a good drink? Not necessarily. Is it bad? Not at all. It's actually way better than I was expecting. Will I serve this in a bar? Actually, maybe, because it does have the advantage of being very original. It's not a taste that you have every day. It's not something that you find in many cocktails. So could be some, that some people could actually like this a lot, especially if they like burning sensation, if they like the spice, if they like to have the feeling that something is almost exploding in their mouth. It gets better with time. I think it's kind of an acquired taste to some extent, but I actually appreciate it. So I'm almost disappointed that it's not completely disgusting for what we wanted to make, but it is very interesting. It is very much worth a try, I think. Maybe some people will actually love it. I'm pretty sure that there would be public here, a crowd lining up for this type of drink. And some would actually run away, especially if you don't like anise, if you don't like absinthe. Not for you, for sure. But yeah, overall, surprising, but good. Alright, so this was the Green Goblin in honor of Norman Osborn and his supervillain in The Amazing Spider-Man. I hope you liked it. If you have a chance to try it, please do so. It's really worth a try. And well, then I'm gonna prepare another drink for next time. In the meantime, be safe on your journey, travelers.